Hello guys, how are you? Today we will be building this project in which we have two types of color flipper. One is simple and the other one is complex. The simple color flipper will be having just 4 to 5 colors that will be using, and for complex we can get any random color. So let's see how it's work, and then we will be jumping on code part. So when I will be clicking click me, it will be showing me the color name here, and it will be converting background color to that color. And when we will be going for complex, we can see that it takes any random color. Okay, so let's jump on coding. Let's code. We have one HTML page which is index.html. It will be our initial page. I have given it a title simple color flipper because we will be building two types of color flipper in this video. One will be simple and the other one will be hexadecimal. Basically hexadecimal is more better than simple one because we have selected few colors in simple one, but in hexadecimal it actually takes color. So let's start our HTML for index.html. So basically HTML will be same for both of them, only slight difference will be there. So we will be building two type of sections. One will be nav and the other one will be header. This nav section will be having one heading, and that is color flipper, and there will be one UL which will be having two LIs. One will be for simple and the other one will be for complex. This will be complex. Now we will be giving this a class of active. Basically not. We will be first linking this to our index.href is equals to index.html only. And this was simple. So we will be giving this a class. Class is active because this is our active site for index.html, and we will be linking this to our ef is equals to let me create one more page that will be complex.html and so we will be connecting this to complex.html, and this will be having no class, personal class. And then now let's code our header portion section. This header section will be having one div and a button. This div will be named as class head, and here we will be having one header which will be having one span. So this span will be having a class color, and it will be like hard coded. This will be the color of background, and we have this heading background color. Yeah, and we will be having one button. So this button will be having a class btn, and we will be writing here click me. So our HTML for simple color flipper is completed. Now we will be copying the same code to complex color flipper. Just we will be changing few things, like we will be changing its title, and we will be changing this class will be now given to this. Everything will be same, just now this will be not app.js, it will be complex.js. Yeah, we need to make one more file here. CSS for both the files will be same. So it will be complex complex.js. Yeah. So now let's code our CSS. So CSS for first of all, we will be removing margins from everywhere as browser gives some initial margin. We will be removing then we will be having a body background color as, yeah. Now let's code our navbar. So I have written CSS code pre-handed so that we can purely focus on our JavaScript portion for this video. We'll be coming with CSS soon. So let's copy this code. Let's copy this code and paste it here. I will be telling you what we are basically doing. So navbar has a display flex and justify content space evenly. It gives space between the header and the RUL. It gives space between this heading and this ULs. So we have space evenly. Then it also adds spaces between every element equal. Then we have a background color of hashtag 333. It's a shade of black. Then we have font family Arial. Color will be, our text color will be a shade of white. We will be having a padding of 1 rem, font size 1.5 rem, and we have a box shadow. It just have a box shadow downwards of 1 pixel, and it has a blur effect of 10 pixels, which has a color of white. Same way, we have coded our nav UL, which has a display of flex and it has a justify content space evenly. It has a list style none. So now we will be not having any style like dot or any bullet for list. Then we have a LIA. It has a display block. It has a padding left 3 rem so that we see some space between our simple and complex LIs. And then we have a text decoration none, font weight 600, color we have chosen orange. Then we have coded our head. Basically, it has a H2 header, which is bold border, and padding is having, we have padding of 3 rem, font size 2 rem, color is white shaded, border radius is 0.8 rem. And then we have coded some of styling. We have given styling to button, and when we hover the button, its stylus changes. So while changing this style, we have added some sort of animation in it so that it looks realistic. Then we have coded our active class, which is having a text color of blue, and it also has text shadow. And then we have our color. Basically, this color will be changing the color of this text. Let me give this class name as color. So it will be giving this a color of blue, and then we have a container. This container class will be having this header as a main class, and we have this whole thing in and div, which has a class container. So let's see how our style looks like. So now when I am clicking on button, it is showing me some changes. We have a background color and everything perfectly aligned. So now let's right now when I'm clicking on button, it is not showing me any changes. So let's make this functional. So for that we have to write our JavaScript code. And before doing that, let me change our complex.html file little bit. Everything will be to write this container div. Yeah, now our HTML code and CSS code are running fine. Now let's code our JavaScript. So for JavaScript, for simple HTML file, I will be having 4 colors which I will be predefining so that we can select any one color randomly from that list. So I will be creating an array C with few colors, right? Like red, RANG, orange. Then I will be having green, and then I will be having purple. Yeah. So these are the 4 hard-coded colors that we will be selecting randomly from this array. And after having this, like when we want to manipulate our HTML, we basically need 3 things. First, we need the stuff that needs to be manually related. Then we need to add events, and after adding events we need to perform some actions on event call. So let's see how we can do this with JavaScript. First we need to bring the stuff from our HTML DOM to our JavaScript file that we need to manipulate. So what all things we need to manipulate are, first we need to manipulate the background color of this header. So we will be bringing this whole header to our JavaScript file. So we can write const header is equals to document dot query selector dot header. Let me add this class to this, because we can bring elements without class name, but it would be nice if we add a class and bring element with class name. So it's the header class, and we have brought here header. Then after having the header portion, we need to change text within this class. So to bring that, we need to create another variable with color, and this will be having document dot query selector with class color. After bringing this color class, now what we want to bring this button on which we will be adding an event and we will be performing some functions. So to bring const btn is equals to document dot query selector, and here we will be writing btn. So now we are having all the elements from our HTML DOM that we need to manipulate. So to manipulate, we need some events to be performed. So to add an event on button, we need to write btn dot add event listener. This event listener function accepts two properties. One is the event on which some functions will be performed. So we will be adding on click event. So on clicking button, it will perform or it will call a function which we will be naming as color flipper or color changer. So this is our function that will be called on clicking the button. Now this will be dot, not comma. So now we need to write this some codes was what we need to make this button perform. So we need to code that. So to code that, create a function of name color flipper, color changer basically, and then now what this color changer is doing, this color changer is selecting any one color from this predefined list, and after selecting the color, it is adding that color name as a background color for this header, and it is adding that color name as the name of the color for this text. So to do all those three things, first we will be having a random function. We will be using a random function. This random function will help us to select randomly from this list. Let me code this thing so you may get this more efficiently. It's like const I is equals to math dot random. This random function will be getting a number between 0 to 1. So I will be multiplying it with c dot length. Now what will be happening that it will be giving you a number between 0 and 1, any random number. So we are multiplying it with 4 because we have here 4 values, and c dot length will be giving the length of this uh, array. So now we will be multiplying that number with 4. After multiplying that number, it will be giving us a decimal value. So to change that decimal value, we need to use another function, that is math.round. Math.round will be helping us to round up the value of the number that we are getting from here. So now we have I, it will be acting as an index for C. So to change the background color for header, we will be calling header dot style dot eack. We will be not giving the dash. Instead of that, we will be using camel case because we are writing this is CSS code in JavaScript file. So we will be using camel case here is equals to now the I. This helps us to write JavaScript code as an HTML. Now we need to change the text of this color class. This color class was the place where we have written the text of our background color. So to change or manipulate that, you need to write ULOUR dot text content is equals to, and we will be writing this whole thing exactly the same. So now let's see it's working or not. Okay, we have completed simple one. Okay, it is not working right now. Let's see where is the problem. Um, let's see what error it is showing. Okay, it is not showing the property, means it is saying that we can't use this here right now. So okay, it is not COLOUR. We have given here the class name of COLOR. That's why it was showing null property. Okay, this is working perfectly fine, but now there is some problem in our header portion also. Let's see what class we have given. HEADR, we have given header class only. So this was right. Then we use this header dot style dot background color. Let's write background. It is working now. Okay, it was not color, it was ULOR. Yeah. Hmm. Now it is working perfectly fine. Now let's go to our complex. Now in this complex one, we will be seeing that it is taking any random color. We are not pre-coding any color. Let's see how it will do. So you guys know that any hexadecimal value has two things. One is the number portion and one will be our alphabet. So it contains number from 0 to 9 and it has the alphabets from A to F. So we will be having a array of 1 0 0 1 2 3 6 7 8 9 and we will be having here A comma comma E comma E comma D comma E comma F. Yeah. And after creating this array, we will be doing same things. We will be bringing these three things from HTML, which we need to manipulate. Then we will be adding an event that we need to, on which we need to perform some function. And now here, our function color changer will not be having a random function. Instead of that, we will be creating another function of random value and this will be returning. We can make this as arrow function also, but for this tutorial I will be preferring to have this function, a traditional function. So this will be returning math dot random and we will be multiplying it with x dot h length and we will be rounding off this whole value. So math dot round. I will be telling you that why I have simply written this in another function, because we need to call this function as many times, basically 6 times, because any hexadecimal color has 6 digits. It can start from F to A to B to C to D. So according to this, we can say that our hexadecimal color has 6 digits, and so we want to call this function 6 times. So now we will be having a for loop for I is equals to 0. I should be less than 6 I plus plus. So now we have seen that our loop will be running for 6 times, and here we will be having where zero where color is equals to, and we have given this predefined hashtag, or we can say color set color is equals to this, because every hexadecimal color has an hashtag before the name of the color, before that those 6 digits. So I have also given this hashtag, and after this we will be saying that set, since it is a string, so when I will be writing plus is equals to, okay, now here we will be saying, yeah, here we will be saying random value or random number is equals to random value. Here we will be calling the random function and it will be returning a random value which we will be storing in random number, and here we will be writing set color plus is equals to, that means set color is equals to set color plus random value. No, not value, number. Hmm. So now everything is set. We just need to code our header and color. And after this function we will be having this, and here background color will be set color. Set color, and okay, this should be set color. And this text dot should be also set color. So let's see it's working or not. This is our complex flipper. Now if I click file, it is showing me some error here. Let me see. Okay, we have brought our this in header dot style dot background color is equal. Let's see, of null. That means given this. Okay, we need to provide it a class name of header. So you can observe that it in 3. Okay, it is not running for 6 times. So let's floor is also a function of maths that helps to round up the value. Okay, I guess it is giving 2 digits because we have very large length of. Let's divide it with 2. Yeah, now we have 6 digit number, and it is giving us different number each button. So for today, that's it, guys. If you like my video, please share, like, and subscribe. And I will be coming with more JavaScript projects like this. Thank you for watching today.